Well, we don't really know what the causes of frozen shoulders are. I mean, there is a lot of theoretical evidence and some clinical evidence, but I don't think that we've really proven what causes frozen shoulders. Now, it is interesting that we know what happens from a biological point of view inside the shoulders, but as most patients, they're not really interested in exactly which cells are converting to what cells. The way I like to say it is that frozen shoulder is a condition where you almost got to imagine that your lining of your shoulder, so we're not talking about the muscles, the bones, and the ligaments, we're talking about the lining, the capsule of your shoulder, normally is thin and stretchy, almost like elastic, right? So think of it as lycra, right? And allows you to do all those movements. And then suddenly something happens to it and becomes really thick, almost like a curtain or leather. And that makes it really, really stiff. So it's a lining that changes. Unfortunately with that, your shoulder becomes stiff. At the same time, it also becomes painful. So that's how patients present with a stiff, painful shoulder. There are certain conditions that have been known to be associated with it. For example, diabetes, whether it's type 1 or type 2, has a very high incidence of having frozen shoulder. Diabetics have up to 5 times as many frozen shoulders as non-diabetics. And there are certain other conditions that have possible known associations, for example, thyroid disease, as well as patients who've had any kind of surgery around the breasts or the chest. The way we like to think about frozen shoulder is that you almost got to imagine that the body thinks that it has an injury. And that injury basically produces a process where the scarring happens and the shoulder becomes really, really stiff. And that's exactly what's happened. It's the body's defense mechanism which has probably gone a bit overboard and made your shoulder too stiff and too painful.